Our next guest, well, what a guy, what an actor. He's played Prime Ministers, well, Tony Blair quite a lot, actually. He's played Chris Tarrant, even the leader of a vampire clan. But now Michael Sheen is taking an even darker turn.
Yeah, for his latest role, he's playing a charming serial killer.
Like a nice one.
Yeah, that's where it's clever, you see.
I've only killed...
They're charming, and then they suck you in with the charm, and you think, isn't he lovely? And then...
OK. It's on Sky One. It's called Prodigal Son. Michael, you got me gripped already. What I'm liking the twist in this. I'm liking the fact that I can't remember where the villain, the mass murderer, is there, but his son's a cop and his son goes to visit him for advice?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think audiences are familiar with that sort of Hannibal Lecter, you know, detective, serial killer kind of working together. But obviously this goes in a whole other direction because he's his son. And it's that relationship that's the sort of heart of it all. Is the father manipulating the son, or does he really want a relationship with him? All of that kind of stuff. And as you said, the serial killer, my character Martin, you like him. He makes you laugh.
You like him.
We like him.
Well, but he's killed 23 people. Do you still like him knowing that?
Well, it's as an actor, of course, it's really interesting to be able to play around with the idea that at any point the audience can have the rug pulled out from under their feet. That you only see the shark every now and again in Jaws, don't you? That's when it's most effective. So lovely, 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 and then every now and again, little bit of that.
And then he's smiling again, and we all love him. So when you first saw the script, Michael, you must get sent so many scripts. What was it about this one that grabbed your attention?
Tony Blair wasn't in it. That's why.
Yeah, that was a big plus. Well, funnily enough, you know, when you're being sent the script for a potentially long-running series like this, you only get the pilot episode. Nothing else is written because nobody knows if it's going to turn into a series or not. So you have to make a decision to sign up for something that you might end up doing for years and years, you know. So you sort of have to look at different things. It's not necessarily how great that first episode is. Is there the potential to explore lots of interesting things in it? And this character, where there's so much secrets and history that you don't know, and mysteries within mysteries, and a character who on the surface appears to be one thing, but actually is something very much else underneath. And the fact that we sort of get to explore the family, that every single member of the family has a different relationship, a different, sometimes literally a skeleton in the closet to hide. So all of that was really interesting for me.
Well, what is the actor Tom Payne, who plays your son in this, what is his relationship with his dad? Because his dad is on the wrong side of the law. Is he shamed? Is he disgusted by his dad? Because obviously his dad is a little bit bored, locked up in his cell, and he intellectually loves this challenge of the son coming to him and being able to solve other crimes.
Yeah. Well, they're bound together, aren't they? Because of this father-son relationship. It's a primal bond. But also, of course, the son has continued to carry the baggage of the father, but he's tried to turn it into something positive. So he now hunts down serial killers based on how traumatized he's been by that relationship with his father. But of course, from his father's point of view, oh, my son is taking up the family business. And we've got so much in common that we can talk about. He doesn't see it as the son working through his own trauma. He sees it as just this shared experience, the shared sort of hobby that they have, and a fascination that they have.
We've seen there in the clips, Michael, you're in a solitary confinement in a cell with your hands chained. And I was fascinated reading about you saying, actually, I was grateful for that because I always worry about what to do with my hands. Is that true?
It's the perennial actor's problem. What do I do with my hands? And of course, in this, I've got my hands handcuffed. I've got a tether that connects me to the wall, so I can't go anywhere. And in my cell, there's a red line on the floor, and that's for visitors to know that if you step across that red line, I can kill you. You're in danger. So I don't have to do any of the danger acting. The red line does it for me. As soon as you walk into the room, there's a reminder that this man is incredibly dangerous. So I can play, oh, it's lovely to be here with you and we're having a lovely time. But the moment that someone gets close to that red line, you just see a little flicker in the eyes.
Well, look, that's what you do with your hands. What did you do with your beard, or what did they do with your beard? Was the beard ever an issue? Was the beard always going to be staying, or I see it's well groomed and dyed?
Yeah, well, we do a lot of flashbacks in the show as well. So you go back to the period of time before he was arrested, before it was discovered, because he's a very well-respected, well-admired surgeon and very successful surgeon. So you see this well-to-do life that he has in New York before he was arrested. So we have to go back and forth with, like, I look much more groomed, and it was before the grey came into my hair and my beard. So we have to sort of go back and forth. And then when he's in prison, you see this slightly wilder, more wolfish look that comes out, which is sort of closer to who he really is. So we do have to go back and forth with the beard. So it's quite useful to have that. And of course, in lockdown now, it's growing. I've got somewhere to keep my sandwiches under here now, which is useful.
But you're saying you mentioned earlier that you weren't even sure if the first series was going to be commissioned. It was, and it's been shown in America, and it's very, very successful. So where does that leave you with series 2? And do you have to keep the beard if there is series 2?
Yeah, well, the beard is now a point of principle. Everyone in the house that I'm living in has set up a petition to get me shaved and haircut, but I'm not doing it. I'm going all the way now, and I'm looking for the ponytail and the man bun. That's essentially what I'm going for.
Okay.
Yeah. So series 2 got commissioned, which was fantastic, but of course we're still a little bit up in the air as to when we'll be able to start filming it. The writers are writing it at the moment, and we're hoping that maybe around October time we'll be able to start. But obviously it has to be done safely. So. We're looking forward to it. I'm just trying to grow my hair and beard as long as I possibly can, so that when we start season 2, I've got a strong look.
You say that, but you could have a bee's nest in there, couldn't you? You could have a hive of bees in there where you are.
Be careful.
Yeah.
We discovered bees in our wall in the house here. We had to have a beekeeper to come and help deal with it. And he was like, he had to open up the wall and take out the honeycombs. There were thousands of them. Thousands. And then he found the queen and was able to set up a new hive. So it was lovely, because obviously we've got to look after our bees. And Ruth, your dad was a beekeeper.
My dad was a beekeeper, so he would often get calls from people saying, oh, we've got a swarm of bees, and he put all his gear on, and he always had a big cardboard box, and he just used to shake them. So as long as you get the queen, he used to shake them into a box and take them off somewhere, and they'd start off. So I'm glad you saved them. But also, the last time you were on the show, you had a mouse. So everyone's coming to your house.
It's weird. It's constant. If it's not bees, it's mice. And if it's not mice, it's bats. We've got them all. It's like living in Bristol Zoo.
Well, that's country life for you. Thank you, Michael. Always a pleasure talking to you. Really looking forward to seeing this one. And I hope it runs and runs for you. Prodigal Son, Tuesdays, 9 o'clock on Sky One. You can also get it if you subscribe to Now TV. Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Lovely to talk to you, Michael. Thank you.
Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.